The town of Anyox was built in 1912 by a company called Granby Consolidated for mining and producing copper, silver, and gold. By 1914, Anyox had grown to a population of almost 3,000 residents as the mine and smelter were put into full operation. During its 25-year existence, Anyox's mines and smelters produced 4 tons of gold, 230 tons of silver, and 340,000 tons of copper. Every day, up to 5,400 tons of ore were hauled across 3 kilometers of railway via 32-ton steam and electric locomotives from the mine to the crusher, and then to the concentrator near the waterfront in 75 ore cars, powered by the energy provided from the hydro dam and coal-fired generators. Hydroelectric facilities were first constructed on Anyox Creek in 1910 to support the mining and smelting operations in the adjacent Hidden Creek drainage basin. The waterfront docks were fitted with overhead traveling cranes and huge derricks, as well as 3 traveling ore bunkers. They ran around the harbor wall to the coke plant, where coal was turned into hot fuel for the smelter. My Anyox video series are exclusively geared up by the Bearskin Tactical Supply Company, where every bearskin product is equipped for wild extremes with everyday comfort and wearability in mind. In these videos, I wear the world-famous Bearskin Hoodie 3.0, the waterproof shell jacket, the heavy storm rain jacket, the No BS t-shirt, the 9-pocket tactical pants, merino wool socks, and more. All provided thanks to the Bearskin Tactical Supply Company. See the link in the video description to finally get yourself that tactical gear you've always wanted. Use the code 10DAVE at checkout to save 10% off your purchase. My trip to Anyox started early on May 11th, 2024, with a 5-hour direct flight from Toronto to Vancouver. As we flew over the mountains, I knew we were getting close to Vancouver. But I was still far from my destination. After a 2-hour layover in Vancouver, I boarded a smaller plane for a 1-hour and 38-minute flight to Terrace, BC. Rob and I met bright and early on Monday at 6 a.m. The trip would be done in 2 legs. First, we would drive from Terrace to Kitsault. This drive would take us approximately 4 hours. We arrived in the ghost town of Kitsault at around noon. In Kitsault, we would retrieve the boat we are taking to Anyox. It wouldn't be long until we spotted the tall brick smokestack sticking out high above the trees. From there, I would get to see with my own eyes finally the abandoned coking plant that greets all visitors to Anyox. We finally arrived and were greeted at the dock by Robbie and Kevin, the 2 sole occupants of Anyox. We spent the next few hours unpacking, organizing, getting acquainted, and helping Rob load supplies into the tour quarters for his tours. Once this work was done, Rob handed me the keys to an ATV and I was on my own to explore. My first stop would be the beautiful waterfall at Falls Creek, followed by my long-awaited visit to the hydroelectric power plant at the base of the falls.
What's going on, guys? Here we are, still here at Anyox. Check out this waterfall behind me. Oh baby, look at this. So powerful. Holy crap. This place is amazing, guys. All right, guys, let's go check out the powerhouse here. Here we go. Oh, this is amazing, guys. Got to be careful. Lots of places we can fall through the floor here, guys. Holes in the floor everywhere. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is beautiful, guys. Oh, I got to clean my... Oh, look at this. I don't have words, guys. I don't have words here. I'm just going to explore. And if something comes to me to say, I'm going to say it. But right now, guys, I'm just in it, okay?
Construction of the Anyox hydroelectric power plant began in 1911 and was completed in 1914. The plant utilized the precipitous terrain of the coastal mountains, capturing the energy of the falls and channels to generate electricity. It was a cutting-edge facility for its time, producing up to 35 megawatts of power, a significant achievement that powered the mines, smelters, and homes of Anyox. The power plant's architecture reflected the era's industrial grandeur. Massive turbines, transformers, and generators were housed in robust concrete and steel structures. The facility's design showcased the blend of practicality and resilience needed to withstand the harsh coastal climate and rugged landscape. At its peak, the hydroelectric plant symbolized progress and self-sufficiency, essential to Anyox's prosperity. It played a crucial role in processing the extracted ore, converting it into valuable copper that was shipped worldwide. The plant's electricity also supported the community's daily life, from lighting homes to running schools and hospitals. Despite its abandonment, the hydroelectric power plant at Anyox remains an important piece of industrial history. It exemplifies early hydroelectric technology and the ambitious spirit that once thrived in this remote part of British Columbia.
So here I am in my sea can, guys. I'll show you guys what this is all about. This is my accommodations for the trip. It's a sea can, so I'll show you guys from the outside what it looks like here. So there's the dock right there. And so from here, at the boats, and here's the sea can with the 2 sleeper units. So I'm in sleeper unit C, and my friend here, Rob, he's in unit D over there. So this is where my accommodations are for this trip. So this is my sea can. Here's where all my stuff is. I got power so I can charge all my stuff so I don't run out of power. We got a mirror. What's up, guys? Got my coffee, my camp stove. Oh, there's my bed. Nice comfy bed. Guys, I slept like a baby last night. Oh man. And then my view out the sea can. That's a nice view, right? Look at that. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put on my bearskin hoodie and my bearskin raincoat because it's cold and it's rainy. Pretty much gonna rain here almost the whole time, which is all right. So anyways, we're gonna gear up. I'm gonna mount this to my chest, my camera. I'm gonna take you guys on a tour of the property as much as I can see over the next couple hours. Then I'm gonna come back in a bit. I'm gonna help Rob do some work, and then we're gonna get back out and do some more exploring. So I'm gonna take you guys out for a little bit of a rip on the ATV and show you guys the property, and I'm just gonna mount you guys to my chest, all right? Let's go. Okay guys, this is where we came last night. This is the power station. Right here, there's a waterfall beside it. We took a tour through here last night, but right now we're just doing a ATV tour, guys. So here you go. This is the power station on Anyox. We're gonna turn around and we're gonna go up somewhere else. There you go. So Rob was telling me when you have a lot of rain, they actually almost had a washout of this bridge because there was so much water coming around this rock that it almost came up to the top of the bridge. And that goes down there to the power plant and then down into Granby Bay. All right, here we go. Back at it. I think Rob told me this was the secondary power plant right here. We're gonna go through there later and take some pics and do a video through here. I'm not going in right now, but that's the secondary power plant from what I remember Rob telling me. Let's go. All right, guys, here we are. So this is the accommodations when you come for the tours. I'll take you inside and I'll show you around. All right, so here we go. You got a nice view of Granby Bay. I'll clear off the lens in a minute. Got a nice clear view of Granby Bay here. Right across there is the coking plant. And then right there is the general store past here. So this here is the accommodations. This used to be actually like a barge. And they somehow raised it out of the water and they put it up on the concrete pad.
And there you go. So come on in. Here's a whole bunch of stuff that they found over the years while exploring all of the different parts of the facility, the mines. So, like I said, guys, you guys can come here to Anyox and do a tour. You got to go to BC Jet Boat Tours. And they're run by a guy named Rob Bryce. He's the authorized representative to do tours to Anyox. And this is kind of their home base right here. So this is where you'll eat. They've got an awesome kitchen back here. Look at this. This is huge. So you get fresh cooked food right here served up. Here's your tables where you can sit and eat. There's a lounge back here with a chair, love seat. And I'll show you guys the accommodations. So if you guys came and did a tour with Rob, here are the accommodations. Everybody gets your own room. Double bedroom here. Single room here. Single room. The lights aren't off. He has power. So this is the tour, guys, of the accommodations. If you stay here and you come and check out Rob's BC Jet Boat Tours, you can see all the different tours that he offers. He offers the Anyox tour, Alice Arm. He does whale watching tours. He does bear watching tours. He does cannery tours. He does, there's two. Just go to his website, guys. So across the way there, that's the general store, but I can't get there until, I could go in there now, but we're gonna go there later anyways. I have to wait for a lower tide, because we're gonna go to the general store, and then we're gonna walk over to the coking plant, but I don't wanna do that yet, so we're still, like I said, guys, we're doing a little zip around here on the ATV, so we're gonna go over there later, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so we got a bit of an obstacle here. We got a roadblock, and I can't get by here with the ATV. See, look at this, you can see there are the doors and windows. Right there. This might have been the hospital, actually. I have no idea. Let's go down and see. Wow, look at this. Okay, yeah, there we go. So we got a fire hydrant right here. And then there is some kind of a structure down there. And then down here, there's a big structure. Look at over here, there's a bathtub. What's this? There's a radiator right here. Big hunk of bear poop right there. And then there's a bathtub. Look at that. Whatever else this stuff here is. I'll have to see if I can find a map or a picture of where this was and what it looked like when it was in use. See if I can overlay it. If I don't overlay it, then it means I didn't find it. But there's so many old photos all over the place of this place. I'm sure I can find one somewhere. Okay, yeah, so this is the general store, guys. I totally didn't realize that's where I was. And so over there is the coking plant, which we have to wait until the tide goes down. That is where I stopped and showed you guys the general store and the coking plant. And I went in and I rode all the way through around here. Okay? All right, I am on the watch and lookout for bears. I do have my bear spray in my pocket because I have seen a lot of fresh bear poop, and I think I heard a bear groaning earlier, and I saw bears out here from the shore yesterday. So we got to watch out in here, guys, okay? So let's go in and see what we can see in the general store here, guys. On this. It's so overgrown.
Oh man, I can't get anywhere. Not here. Not here. Bunch of baskets that somebody found. Yeah, I can't get a whole lot of footage in here because there's just so much growth. Okay, go over to this side and see it over here. Okay guys, general store right behind me, pretty much right where I'm standing. Yesterday, 2 bears, so hopefully we don't see any on the way out. Let's see what we got here, guys. Big ruins of some sort. Okay, so here we're at the secondary power plant. We're going to go in here now, get a look at it. Looks pretty dangerous. Probably a lot of pieces of steel sticking up and dangerous things. So Rob said the best way in is to go around the back. So we're going to go over here. Pretty hulking structure from back here. Got a little bit of a roof on it, so I'm not getting soaked, but it's leaking, so it doesn't matter, so I'm gonna get wet anyway. Okay, shards of metal and hunks of concrete hanging very dangerously, ready to just drop on somebody's head. Look at this right here, guys. Wow. You can't even figure out what is what and what would have been going on in here. Look at this, guys. I think I found a light switch on the wall. It goes back there. It's got the tubing for the electrical, and there's a light switch right there. There's no lights though. Okay, I'm gonna go down where it's a little bit safer, guys. Okay, I don't know if it's safer, but I'm not up there anymore. Guys, look at the view of the power station from this side. Wow. All right, continuing on with their exploration here, guys. As you can see, we've got a lot of fog and clouds up in the mountains. There's the secondary power plant right there, and then Rob told me right back here is apparently the mess hall, which he said is pretty interesting. So let's have a look and see what's going on here. Look at all these old little bed frames down here. There's a whole bunch of them. Bed frames. It's a funny place for them. Okay. Oh yeah, I see what he's talking about. So it's still got all the wooden structures from the roof because it wasn't burned. But this was the mess hall, guys. Yeah, look at this. There's some meat grinders right here. That's funny. 2 meat grinders. So I'm standing on the roof that has collapsed and fallen onto the floor of the mess hall.
After I finished the steam plant and mess hall, I met back up with Rob, and we did some work filling in potholes and prepping the roads to make for smoother driving conditions for his tours. Once we finished that, Rob took me on a tour to see sections of forest that used to be streets. You will see how stuff is left behind in the forests. Then we headed for the big, steep hike up to the smokestack from the smelter plant and more.
If I say this site, you can walk like 50 meters anywhere
Yeah,
in the bush and you find stuff.
just stuff.
That was the street, Main Street there.
Right there.
The
Really?
bridge. So this right here, there's a bridge there.
Okay.
Because they had a big subdivision over here on the other side of the river, and then went this way across another little mud flat, and then where you were this morning up on the ATV by the bank.
Yeah.
This went up the hill. There's an old Buick. So we know this is pre-1935.
Yeah.
They only had 4 vehicles here.
Oh, wow.
I think in Anyox.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of rare to see one actually
Wow.
that's still, you can still see the Buick on the side here. You look at the, right down there. I don't know what year it is.
Oh, wow.
Gotta figure
Yeah.
out what,
That's crazy.
yeah, there was only 4 of them in town. They said boardwalk. It wasn't really meant for vehicles.
Yeah.
Well, that one there, you have to put the saw in. Same with this.
When we were finished wandering the forest around Main Street, we headed up a steep road to take an even steeper hike up towards the smelter stack and the surge tank that stand out and can be seen for miles through the Anyox forest. We will also see the metal rings that once made up several miles of 6-foot wooden stave piping that carried water from the dam.
Oh, the grunt.
Yeah.
What did I figure there was 36,000 rings?
Really?
Well, one every, I don't know, 15 centimeters, 10 centimeters, 3 kilometers worth.
Wow.
That's a lot of rings that they had to.
Anybody ever climb this?
Oh yeah, every trip. See up there halfway?
Yeah.
That was a revolving restaurant. You go for dinner up there.
Oh, the ladder up there goes like this.
And then the one up to it's like straight up,
Yeah.
almost undercut.
Oh yeah, you gotta go on an angle backwards. Holy shit.
On your way?
No, it's all right. Wow,
It's a Widowmaker right there.
it is.
I can see a little rock right there.
Yeah.
Right where you're,
Right where I'm standing. Yeah, lawnmower here?
no, it's a snowmobile.
Oh, snowmobile. Jeez.
Yeah, those mining guys had one.
All right, guys, we're gonna go find the cemetery, the old Anyox cemetery. It's got the graves of soldiers who fought in World War I.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, guys, we made it. It is so unbelievably quiet and peaceful back here, guys. Enough of my face. Let's just walk around and check this place out. So you can see there's a lot of graves that don't have any markers. Like this one right here. There's a mound here, but there's no marker. There's a little one right here. He died in 1935 at 70 years old. The copper mining town of Anyox, BC, was in operation between 1914 and 1935. During this time, the town saw 480 births, 160 marriages, and 320 deaths. Many of the deaths in Anyox were stillborn babies and infant deaths, largely due to the toxic emissions from the smelter and the large-scale cyanide waste. Additionally, the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic is evident in the number of deaths in Anyox at that time. Granby Consolidated Mining Company made a promise to veterans that they would be looked after and also receive a proper burial. Each veteran's gravesite is marked with a rectangular cement outline with 4 corner posts and a commemorative concrete helmet. The most prevalent grave in the Anyox Cemetery is that of Julia Omar, who died December 7, 1925, after she had been in ill health for a long time. One of the first headstones you will come across when entering the cemetery is that of Wilfred Sheldon Tebow, a young boy who tragically fell into Falls Creek while throwing rocks. Stay tuned for Anyox Part 2, where we dig deeper and farther into Canada's largest abandoned ghost town. In video number 2, we will visit the massive abandoned dam. We'll climb deep into the mines, we will explore the crumbling crusher, and we head back into bear territory to explore the coking plant and smokestack. We also hike our way deep into the woods in search of remnants of the homes that once filled this small mining town. Along the way, we find remote and wild waterfalls, beautiful scenery, and so much more.